So Katie, we are here at Shapes with the dogs today.
Yes.
Some new news.
Some new news.
What's happened?
Oh, something along the lines of I've become a director.
Yeah, you've become a director. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And welcome to company directorship. What does that mean to you to become a director of Shapes?
Well, I get to live in a big palace soon, don't I? Is that what?
The castle?
Yeah. It means lots of things. Like, I suppose part of my job is to advise businesses, and I want to be on the side that they're on so I can understand it from their point of view as well.
What's the most exciting part of growth for you as a new director of Shapes?
For me, growth is around moving in a direction that makes people happy to do what they want to do and building on that. So doesn't mean working with more clients. We can work with the same clients, but just in doing more for them, so we could grow that way. But I think for me a big key thing is when we move forward that the team that we've got, they enjoy what they do. They come to work because they enjoy it, and they don't dread Sundays like thinking, oh God, tomorrow I've got to go to work. Yeah. So growing the team so it's always like a happy culture, and a place where people can grow themselves as well. Like development is a big thing for me. I always like to move people forward, and it's always been a big passion of mine. So I want to make sure people are moving forward in the direction that they want to go in, not kind of forcing them down a route. What
do you think are maybe one or two ways that you've personally grown since joining Shapes?
I think because where I've come from, you're in specific departments, and when you're in that department you kind of get to know everything in that department, and then you kind of start to go, oh, I know everything. Whereas I've come away from that and I've come into a smaller firm, and I'm now in all of these other departments that I was never in before. So I've had to learn an awful lot, and I've found it fascinating, but also I've learned that that's the environment that I prefer to be in, because I want to know lots more, not just like kind of confine myself into one space. Sometimes you don't really understand someone's job as much as you think you do. Like COSEC, I had no idea really what those people did. You just kind of thought it was writing up a letter and sending it out, and wow, those guys are unbelievable. Hats off to Sue, she's honestly a gem. Yeah. Sue!
Let's talk a little bit about expectations. We're a young business still, it seems, and we're like you mentioned, we're growing kind of fast. We've taken on lots of clients and we're building a team. Like how is that compared to what you thought it might be like?
I don't know if I thought we would grow this quick, but it's good that we are. But I also like the fact that we're kind of always coming back and kind of overseeing what that growth really does look like and what we want it to look like. So we're always checking in and making sure it's growing in the right way. So I think I did expect that would happen, because we're such a small team. It's not going to be like two power-struck people kind of like going, no, this is where we're going.
But Steve probably, but not
maybe
me.
Steve. No, you're the friendly one.
We were kind of immensely privileged to was nominated for the Small Firm of the Year at the Zero Awards. Yes. What did that mean to you as a Shape and personally?
Well, what great recognition for the firm in general, because like hundreds of people go for that. We've worked really, really hard to be part of that, being selected as a finalist, and it means a lot. I mean, yes, we didn't win, and that was sad. You feel the emotion from that, but also you feel the pride for getting there in the first place, and to know that we've all played a part in that, and I've been a part of that is, yes. Well,
it makes you want to win it next year.
Does make me want to win it next year. Yeah, keep going.
We'll be back. We'll be back. Yeah, cool. I think one of the distinctive things about Shapes as a business is we don't just do accounting. We also have a team of people that do incredible work around brand and web development and web design and UX design and things like that. So how has that been for you, I guess, coming into a business that's doing something that's obviously brand new, and how have you seen that impact the clients that we work with?
Firstly, the way that you and Steve work in general is a big eye-opener for me, and just as a whole, because I've never been around people that have that outward look on things. It's always been quite tunnel vision where I've previously worked. So for me, that was like, wow, I'm a bit kind of like, this is amazing. And then, do I need to now start like working like that? Because that's not how I've been trained to work. So I think it's incredible that you have the ability, and we've got that sort of creative side as well, that helps us all to kind of think that way, to not just look at it as, oh, you've got a tax return and that's what we're sticking at. It's allowed me to grow and watch you guys to bring in other thought processes around businesses, and also to identify if there's opportunities for both ways, because they do link. If you want more sales, you can try and increase your marketing, or but I didn't know what was involved in marketing, so that's been a real kind of journey for me to get to grips with what that is, because for me, marketing is just social media or website, but there's so much more that goes into it.
A bit like COSEC, there's like layers on there of like, who knew that they had to think about that as well?
Yeah.
What would you say is your proudest moment so far?
Bringing the dogs.
Bringing the dogs.
And then being happy. I'm proud of myself for kind of throwing myself in at the deep end and not having a nervous breakdown yet.
We warned you that would happen.
I'm sure one day it may come. But proving to myself that I can do what I had my heart set on for many years, and I am now starting to do that, and work with clients in the way that I'm passionate about. And kind of, or like you hear it said a lot, like being that under the hood of a business, but that is really what we're doing, and that's where I get my excitement from, like really being involved and knowing our businesses as well as the businesses we work with really, really well. So I think that's something that I'm really, really proud of. My nan, she was an accountant for a local church. My mum says that's where it's in the genes, that's where the accountancy side comes from. But when I was at school, I was good at maths, and that was really about it. That was the thing that made me, I wanted to focus in that lesson, and I wanted to do well because I enjoyed the problem solving. But all the other lessons I just didn't really enjoy, so I didn't move into sixth form. I went to college and I studied hairdressing. And then I went and did other sort of professions. I mean, I worked at a chicken factory and I was a trainer there. So I was, training all the new people that came on. So I was always trying to help people. That was kind of a thing that I liked doing. I went into a state agency, and I genuinely thought that the stamp duty was a book of stamps. So I know that it's not now. So moved away from that. Not for that reason, just it just wasn't for me. And then I landed a job working with adults with severe learning difficulties, and I was there for 11 years. And that was really, really rewarding because it was really challenging. Their behaviours were very physical behaviours, but also for them, a win for us is such a small thing, like getting them to step outside and be comfortable with being in that area just for 5 minutes. Like that's yes, we've achieved that today, but then the next day it might not go that well. While I was there, as much as rewarding as that was, there was just always something that I thought, there's something else that I want to do, and it was always going back to that numbers side of things and that problem solving. So dare I say it, I went and did a 12-week course in Sage. But you know, we laugh about it now, but that is what got me into my, yes, this is what I want to do. I was doing sort of college at night and also working at the same time, and I did that. I did my AAT level 2, 3 and 4. I was back into when I was in that maths class, like being that nerdy person that's like, yeah, I did that, miss, now what else do you want me to do, sort of thing. The tutor is actually now one of my best friends, and she says now, back then, she's like, you're so nerdy when I was tutoring you, because I just wanted more, like give me more. When I finished my AAT, I then went into lecturing and teaching AAT, so I did that for 3-4 years, I believe. Whilst I was lecturing, I got my, I started working at Duncan and Topless, and started getting my work experience there, and that was a bit of a shell shock really, because I'd gone, well, this is going to be a breeze because I've got my AAT level 4, and I remember my first day they literally gave me a bank rec and went, here you go, and I was like, what do you want me to do with this? So because I hadn't got that work experience whilst I'd been studying, I found it really, really hard to begin with, but then I did pick it up, and you know, I enjoyed what I was doing and realised this is definitely like the career for me. It gave me the buzz, and then I delved into Zero, and we had like champions in each office that was kind of pushing the use of Zero and introducing clients to it. And a lady, she went on maternity leave, and I became the cloud champion for that office, because for those that know me well know that I'm quite vocal, so if you're vocal, then you get voluntold to do things. So that's kind of where my Zero, I suppose, journey starts.